Ouachita One Table. Ouachita One Table podcast is a deeper discussion of issues facing our business communities. Over this series, we'll invite community leaders in businesses, the arts, nonprofits, culture, and government as we discuss the issues that strike at the heart of the Chamber's mission for the greater good of our parish. Topics such as workforce development, education, quality of life, economic development, and more. Ouachita One Table. This podcast is a partnership project of the Monroe and West Monroe, West Ouachita Chambers of Commerce and was produced by Godly Works Productions in the Louisiana Catalyst Podcast Studios at the Benoit Community Center. Now, here are your hosts, Roy Heatherly and Christopher Kelly.
Welcome to Ouachita One Table, a deeper discussion of business needs in our community. I'm Christopher Kelly with the West Monroe, West Ouachita Chamber, joined as always with my awesome friend,
Roy Heatherly with the Monroe Chamber of Commerce. And yet again, we have an awesome guest.
That's right, it speaks to our community.
It does. Meghan Jones, Director of Marketing Communications for the United Way of Northeast Louisiana. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here.
Well, thank you for coming. Okay, so let's dig into number one misconception of United Way is y'all only are responding to when the hurricane comes. Yeah. So you're here intimately involved in our community every day. So give us that broad strokes highlight of what you're doing. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. So that is a common misconception. And
Sure.
we do respond during disaster.
Right.
We are boots on the ground. You know, we mobilize the resources and efforts that we have whenever disaster strikes, but we do everyday work. Mm-hmm. So that looks like three things. Our aspirations. Those are health, education, and financial stability. And so those are the things that we fight for at United Way of Northeast Louisiana. And we fight for those across the 12 parishes of Northeast Louisiana. And so that's our coverage area. That's the range that we cover. Those are the people that we help every single day.
Which in your territory is a little unique because you go into Lincoln.
That's right.
So we have rural, agricultural, we have a little bit cosmopolitan in the hub of Monroe, West Monroe.
Right.
And then and Ruston. But wow, what a diversity of needs,
Right.
What a diversity of populations, and breaking through those barriers must be a challenge.
It is, but you know, we're volunteer led.
Sure.
Our organization is. And so basically what that looks like for United Way is that we bring together voices from across those 12 parishes. So that's individuals, that's volunteers, that's government entities, that's our chamber presidents and friends and the chamber communities and donors. So we bring together an array of voices and representation from across those 12 parishes to help us make lasting change in the communities that we serve.
And change you do.
Right. And you work with so many nonprofits as well, right?
Yes.
And so talk a little bit about that. Talk about what you do with the nonprofits and how you help the nonprofits.
Yes. So that process is our partner agency programs that we fund. And so as I mentioned earlier, we are volunteer led. And so that means that we are run by a board of directors. And then we have committees as well. One of those committees is our partner agency program allocation committee. And so nonprofits, 501c3s from across the 12 parishes can apply to be a partner agency program that United Way supports. And it's a very astute process, and it's a robust process, again, volunteer led, but you know, the partner agency programs that we fund are addressing those three aspirations that I mentioned: health, education, and financial stability.
But people should know, and they do. I've told Janet and I've told you, to me, the United Way of Northeast Louisiana is the best United Way in the world. I think you do everything right, and you hit on all the cylinders, and you live passionately to help our community. And people should know that when they invest in the United Way, they're investing in the community, and you have vetted out, your volunteers have vetted out so that every dollar spent is spent wisely to rise the community up.
That's right. And to create that lasting change. That's the thing. I think I can speak for all of us whenever I say personally, whenever you invest in something or you get involved with an organization, you want to know that the investment that you're making is going to last for generations.
Right.
I want to know that my children are going to benefit from that change. My grandchildren are going to benefit. And we want to see our own communities and the surrounding communities, because we know that affects all of us. And so that process is, it's really an honor to be a part of it. I think it's a process with much integrity and fiscal responsibility. And again, 99% of every dollar that United Way of Northeast Louisiana raises stays right here in Northeast Louisiana.
Repeat that again. Just
99%
That's
of every dollar
huge.
raised stays right here in NELA.
That is such a huge
Yeah.
number.
Impact,
Yeah.
doing local good.
Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely.
So let's identify those 3 pillars, and can you give a little bit of an example of a partnership or an outcome based on one of those, so people really understand what they mean?
Yes. So health.
Okay.
That, healthy and safe living for every
Sure.
person in Northeast Louisiana. So that could look like work that that our partners like the Wellspring does, domestic violence, counseling services for victims of domestic violence. That's just one example of a multitude. Education, our own initiatives like Read, Learn, Succeed. I think a lot of people are familiar with that. And
Wildly expanded
yes,
this year.
absolutely. And so we have volunteers who go into the schools, our partner schools, and read with 2nd and 3rd grade students. And the research is astounding there. I mean, we know that it directly correlates with high school graduation rates.
More
and dropout
than that,
rates.
we build prisons and we
Yes.
build dorm rooms at
That's right.
colleges based
That's
on that
right.
3rd grade reading
That's
level.
right. That's right.
I mean, it just blows my mind. So you're influencing them at that moment that's pivotal
Yes.
in their life.
So who's Alice?
Alice. So that is a big part of the work that we do. And that also speaks to the financial stability aspiration. So asset limited, income constrained, employed. And so Alice.
I never got that.
Yeah.
I'm just telling
It's
you.
it's a
It just
mouthful.
rolled out. It was so polished.
Well, thank you. It didn't. It took me a little bit
Okay,
to
well.
be able to remember that just off the cuff. But Alice is our neighbor. Alice is our coworker. Alice can be the person sitting next to us at church on Sunday morning. Alice could be us. And I think many of us could probably say that we've been Alice before. So asset limited, income constrained, employed. Alice is employed, but limited assets, and often just one paycheck away from completely,
Right.
the situation that he or she is in unraveling.
And especially in our area, post-COVID, we
Yes.
find we have heavy renting population.
Yes.
We have people that are living at the edge of their means, feeling maybe precarious,
Yes.
and COVID happened. And it was transformative,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So I love that you brought that up. And so the 3rd pillar, so we did health, we did education,
Financial
and
stability.
financial stability.
So we have a lot of exciting things coming in the realm of financial stability and the work that we do at United Way. We already have lots of collaboratives and initiatives and partner programs who are addressing that particular pillar. And Alice is the Alice research is a huge part of that work. VITA, Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. That's helping people who are within a certain income threshold to be able to file their taxes for free.
Right.
And that's huge,
And have confidence that they're doing it right.
Absolutely. And that they're maximizing the biggest refund and the tax deductions that they qualify for. A lot of people don't
not
know.
getting preyed upon because there's
Right.
many organizations that is going to take half your free fund, so you can get it
Right.
early, which might be 4 days,
Absolutely.
or some ridiculous amount of it. So it's critical what
Yes.
you're doing there.
Yes.
Yeah. But again, maybe hidden from plain sight, but you're every day in the community. 99% of that money staying here.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
It's
And
really big.
Campaign time's coming.
Campaign season is upon us.
It's
Yes,
upon us right now.
We're gearing up. We're ready.
So you have your pace setters going right now or not? Not yet?
Not quite.
Okay.
We're preparing for that, but it's coming really soon. So campaign typically runs from pace setters run usually in the August range, but we usually kick off our annual campaign in mid-September.
Okay.
And so that's whenever our traditional workplace campaigns start. And just want to throw this out there because I think this speaks to how amazing our community is. We have over 165 companies and places of business that we partner with to do workplace campaigns.
That's so cool.
And that,
great.
I think, is amazing.
Yeah, I think so too.
That just speaks to the collaborative spirit that exists in this community.
Well, our businesses that Chris and I deal with every day understand that if you're successful, their businesses are going to be successful because you are lifting people up. And that's what you guys do every day. And you do it with passion. We've talked earlier with some other people about their passion. You all have such passion for what you do. Every single one of the staff reflects Janet's passion, and it's just great. It's just wonderful to see.
Thank you. It's a really, we have an eclectic group of people from different backgrounds. We have Janet Durden, our president, who has been with the organization of United Way for 40 years, and with our local United Way for, I think, 37 years at this point, which is really just a legacy. I mean,
She's seen a lot of change.
Yes, she has, and continues to be a force.
But I love that you said diversity, because you are attracting diversity in your organization because people believe in its mission, and they're drawn to do good in their community. And so you're representing our community through actually re-engagement. It's so cool.
Yes.
And I got to pause because, Roy has the inside track on the lingo because you have a special place for United Way, right? So let's tell people that listen.
So I've spent many years as a volunteer at the United Way, but before I moved here, I spent 3 years at the United Way of the Plains in Wichita, Kansas, and I really, it was one of the best 3 years of my life, being part of the United Way system and understanding how it works and seeing the impact. The joy of being a United Way employee to me is seeing the fruits of what you do, and you see the people that get helped, and it's just a wonderful.
So I wanted to frame that because when Roy is giving a compliment that United Way NELA is blowing it up.
Yeah.
It's big because he's seen it from the inside.
That's right.
So I wanted to resonate that quote just a little bit
So
and give you credit.
Means just even that much more coming from Uncle Roy.
Uncle Roy. Yeah. So we talked about those 3 pillars. What other misconceptions do you feel in your day-to-day? So your communications, you're monitoring what goes out. What do you feel like are other misconceptions of what United Way does?
So I think a lot of times, because we're a part of a membership organization that's worldwide, which would be United Way Worldwide, a lot of people have this misconception that, and this is kind of touching on that, 99% staying local, but a lot of people think that because we are United Way, that we are not that local 501c3 living, breathing here in this community. Yeah. And, the reality is that our membership dues to United Way Worldwide are only 1%. And that makes up that remaining 1% of what doesn't stay here in this NELA community. And so I think that, while we are a part of a worldwide organization, our staff, our community, the dollars that are raised, by and large, they're here. They're felt, the impact is felt in this community. We are a local organization. And I think that is probably one of our biggest misconceptions.
I always told people, you remember the movie It's a Wonderful Life?
Oh, yes.
And I tell people, if the United Way could be George Bailey, and let the community go around and see what the community would look like without the United Way here. It would be Pottersville. It would not be the community that we know and love, because they are so integral in every part of what happens in our community for the good.
Yeah. Uniting everyone for a common goal.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I'm stealing Uncle Roy's question. It's my new favorite question. So success looks like, tell me in the next year what success looks like for United Way in our area.
So I think that we're in a time in this community of great momentum. It's felt. I have been a part of this community personally for 7 years, and I've, in those 7 years, not seen or felt the momentum that I feel now. And so I think future of United Way, I see us this campaign year expanding our reach. And, we've been able to continue to grow over the past couple of years through some rough waters, so to speak. I mean, we've had disaster after disaster and a global pandemic. Oh, absolutely.
Demand and response.
Yes, but I think the sort of the silver lining in all of that, if there is a silver lining, is that people are aware of the need and the gaps that United Way is filling. And I think that what we plan to do with that awareness is to carry that message as far as we can, from one corner of the 12 parishes to the other.
So I'm just Chris. How do I get involved? How do I plug into United Way? How do I mobilize as a volunteer? How do I give?
Yes. So obviously we have opportunities to donate. You can be a residential donor, so that looks like an individual donor. You donate on our website. No amount is off limits. It doesn't matter how small or how big. Every dollar makes a difference. You can volunteer. And so volunteering through our Volunteer United initiative. And so that you would contact us. We can customize a volunteer opportunity for any group or workplace or individual. And so also Young Leaders United. That's a new group that we have. If you're 40 years old or younger and you're living and working.
Out the range.
Yeah, me too.
Just barely. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a place for
it.
If that's you, maybe you're looking for a way to get plugged in, to get connected to volunteer opportunities, to network, to find out what it means to be involved with United Way. Then Young Leaders United could be for you. And, for someone who's listening to this and maybe is like, but what can I do right now? We have something going on right now called Ready for School. And this is a school uniform drive. And this is going to benefit elementary school students in our region. And so what it looks like is donating gently used school uniforms in that elementary age range, all sizes, and then new tennis shoes, new belts, new socks, backpacks. So we're collecting those donations from June 20th through July 22nd.
Okay.
There's drop-offs at our local public libraries across our region, our two offices in Monroe and Reston. But there's details on our Facebook.
Okay, so let's shamelessly promote those links.
Yes.
So Facebook at
United Way of Northeast Louisiana.
Okay, and website?
UnitedWayNELA.org.
And if I want to just call you up and speak to Meghan,
you can call our main office line, but the best way to reach us is to call 211.
Love it.
Yeah,
there
you go.
Take it home.
Call 211 and they will, if you want to talk to me, 211 will get you to me. They will connect you to any department
or social
at United
services
Way.
or give you quality information about what's happening in our community.
Absolutely.
Meghan, thank you for what you're doing.
you.
We appreciate you.
Meghan.
I appreciate y'all. It's
You're
an honor.
awesome.
It's an honor to be at this table.
Oh, you're kind. And we'll continue this discussion more.
Yes.
This is just the first of multiple.
Yes.
But thank you for what you're doing. This has been Ouachita One Table, a deeper discussion of business concerns in our community. I'm Christopher Kelly with the West Monroe West Ouachita Chamber, joined with my great friend,
Roy Heatherly with the Monroe Chamber of Commerce, and we've been talking with Meghan Jones, United Way of Northeast Louisiana. Thank you, Meghan.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Ouachita One Table with Christopher Kelly and Roy Heatherly. This podcast is a partnership project of the Monroe and West Monroe West Ouachita Chambers of Commerce and was produced by Godly Works Production in the Louisiana Catalyst Podcast Studios at the Benoit Community Center.